So this story begins with a very long work week in Chicago and a very tired trip back home to Atlanta. I woke up on Saturday morning and I decided that I was just going to have a slow and relaxing morning, but there are also things that I had to get done. As you all know, I'm launching my lifestyle brand, October Song, so there's a lot of planning that has to go into that, but I decided that I was just going to have a slow day, enjoy nature, just appreciate the world around me, and just do it in a way that was relaxing and beneficial to me. And as I was enjoying nature and just setting my intentions to get things done and appreciate where I am in life and where I'm going, I found out that my Instagram was hacked. And when I found this out, I decided to do something that most people probably wouldn't do. I decided not to care. I was unbothered because it was too late. I have already ordered my life in a way that does not prioritize social media, and I had already set my intentions for that day to just be in a positive and grateful mood, so anything negative couldn't even outweigh the positive feelings I had. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia, and I'm back with another video. So I hope y'all enjoyed that video intro because it's really ironic and it really illustrates the perspective I want to share in this video, which is about being in your own world and thus being unbothered. On this channel, I have been sharing my story of reinventing myself, rediscovery, and really just how I'm refining myself and redefining who I am in my 20s so that I can optimize my life and become the best version of me possible. I share my story of how I took a year-long break off of social media, and I also shared some tips on what you can do if you want to take a social media break. So it's interesting how things happen, and that experience definitely prepared me for this. I got up in the morning, I decided I was going to get some things done. I was going to enjoy nature. That was my whole goal. I want to enjoy my day and I want to get things done, but I want to be outside, and I just wanted to be like a slow and meaningful day for me. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what happened. So because I took such a long break off of social media, it really didn't affect me emotionally that my Instagram was hacked. Now, a previous version of myself, I know I would have been like way more pressed, way more upset that my Instagram was hacked, trying to figure out who did it and why, like what was going on. But honestly, I would not have even known that my Instagram was hacked had I not been trying to access some of my saved posts to get inspiration for the things that I've been working on with my brand launch, my website. So really the only downside to my Instagram being hacked was the fact that I felt like my cross-promotional efforts that I had planned would be like set back or delayed. And then honestly, it was like I've never had my Instagram hacked before, so I didn't know if I was going to get it back. And I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, so I was just like, honestly, it's not the end of the world. I will just start it over. But it would have been an inconvenience for me. It was something that happened in that moment, and I believe that not only is because I took this break from social media, but because I woke up in that morning being intentional about what I was going to do with my day. I was enjoying myself. I was doing the things that I wanted to do while I was getting things done. I spent the whole day outside just enjoying the weather. I took a super long walk, y'all. I walked 8 miles that day. I walked like 17,800 steps or something. It was like really crazy. So I was just really like in my own world, doing my own thing, planning my life, planning my content, planning my business. So because of that, I woke up with that intention. When I found out my Instagram was hacked, I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to just keep on doing the stuff that I want to do. I'm going to keep on sitting outside. I'm going to keep on enjoying my day. I'm going to get myself something to eat. I'm going to do my hair. Like, as you can see, my day literally just went on, and I kept doing things that were like soothing and relaxing and enjoyable for me. Honestly, at that point, I was like, what could I even do? So why should I even care? And that's what I mean about being unbothered. All I could do was reach out to Instagram, and they said they would get back to me in however many days. There's nothing I can do about them getting back to me. There's nothing that I can do to get my Instagram back in the meantime. There's no point in me saying like, oh my gosh, everything's ruined. Like, that honestly could have been like a setback for me. Like, that could have been something that I used to say like, oh my gosh, things are not going right. I had a really busy week at work. I had just traveled. I was like really tired and exhausted, and that's why I told myself that I was going to have like a slow day and just do what I wanted to do, because there are still things that I need to get done in order to launch this lifestyle brand, and it's coming. Okay, this is why I feel like it's important important to develop like healthy boundaries and relationships with like social media or any other type of platform that you're putting yourself into, that you're consuming, because people have spent a lot of years investing in time into their Instagram platforms. People have, you know, followers, connections. It's some people's like main way of feeling like they're in the loop or staying in touch or knowing what's going on in the world. And that's very understandable, and I used to have that mindset as well. But because I have other forms of activities, other ways that I'm practicing gratitude, other focuses that, you know, I have my attention towards, it's like I can't focus on this outward thing that's outside of my control. I mean, I actually could, but I choose not to, because I honestly have like better things to do, and it's nothing more important than just me feeling like at peace and like my peace of mind. So this experience was just like very eye-opening for me. I also want to share too, because I get it. Some people might say, okay, well, you took the choice to get off of social media. You took the choice to, you know, delete your Instagram for a year. Everyone doesn't want to do that, or like not everyone's cut out or built for that, or whatever the case is. And I get that. I totally understand. In my video, I made suggestions and tips for like, you know, maybe you don't want to take a whole year or whatever off social media. Like, what can you do like during that time though to make it a little bit more palatable, no matter how much time you choose to take a break. But in this instance, like, I kind of did want my Instagram. Like, I didn't really have a choice. Like, it was like taken away from me, and I didn't know whether I was going to get it back or not. But I could have chose to like see it as an injustice, or like something's wrong, or like, oh my gosh, like why would this happen at this time? This is just the most imperfect time for it to happen. But at the same time, it's just like the way I think now is like, nobody likes it when things are like taken away from them. Nobody likes it when their space is like violated or anything like that. And that's kind of how it can feel when a situation like that happens to you. But because I have other outlets, because I have not prioritized social media as like a primary means of my communication, I mostly just view it as a tool and a resource to communicate with my audience and find people who want to find me. And when you view it like that, when you view it as a tool or a resource, and it gets taken away from you, like, you kind of just got to think there's other tools in the toolkit. So I'll just do something else. I'll just find another way. Like, maybe I can do this method instead. So that's kind of where my mind went to, instead of like, where's my Instagram? How do I get it back? Yeah, but all in all, that was like kind of crazy. But, you know, I felt like I handled it pretty well. It was not an overnight journey. Like, it took actual intention, and for me to just like reprioritize for me to get here, because I probably would not have felt this way maybe like 2 years ago. While we're all here, I do want to invite you to sign up for my email list for October Song. The brand's going to be launching, and it's going to be great. I'm just figuring out like the logistics, and you know, I've never had like a business like this before, where I have to like, you know, do inventory or like talk to suppliers, and it's all just like a learning curve, and having to like outsource for the things that I need built or designed. And it's a lot of moving parts, but like, I'm in it and I'm committed. And even with me like having to work, like these past 2 weeks with work have been like so crazy, so busy. Like, I've been working some long hours, y'all, on top of traveling and going out of town. But you know, this is just part of my journey, and I feel like it's worth it. So if you want to be a part of that journey too, and be a part of a brand that encourages change, encourages you to take that next step, that's what October Song is about. Song is the oldest form of storytelling, and October is a month that represents transformation, change. And that's why I'm naming my brand the October Song, because it's about these moments where you do take those leaps, and where you do make choices, and where you do decide to, you know, think differently, act differently, go on a different direction, a different path. This is truly what October Song represents. So I'm honestly happy that I was given this opportunity to kind of like practice what I want my brand to stand for, and be like a representation that, you know, no matter what happens, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. And it is possible for you to just like be in your own world and choose to interpret the experiences in the way that you see best fit for you. It's easier to follow through when you know your why, you're set on your path, and you're determined. So that's what I got going on right now, y'all. I hope this was helpful. I hope that if anybody else is experiencing something like this, if you've ever experienced, you know, a setback like this, like, or if you're trying to launch a business or a project, or you know, you need that sign to start whatever it is that you want to do, like despite whatever might happen, like this is your sign to do that. So hopefully this video was helpful and it encourages you. Thank y'all so much for sitting and chatting with me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like because it really helps you out. You're welcome to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.